Hello guys, this is 5-Star General posting my very first video here about the upcoming YouTube war, which is called Operation Barbarossa. So as I'm new to the community and to the Global War 36 family, I would say, just a quick introduction of myself. I'm playing Axis and Allies now for, I guess, 20 something years. Started in the university, playing with some roommates and having a lot of fun, playing a lot of days and nights. Started with the revised version and then moved on with the Pacific one, the first one from Axis and Allies. And of course then when Global 40 came out, we were just playing most of the time the global version. First with the first edition, then the second edition, and yeah, we really had a blast. And when I saw the Global War 36 coming out, I was really happy about it. It looked gorgeous, the map is gorgeous, and I wasn't sure if this game is not maybe too complicated or too in-depth for me. But as soon as I bought it, I was trapped in the rabbit hole and spent a lot of money, as you can imagine. So it's really nice to finally start a real game and not playing solo games all the time. That being said, I also have to mention that my nickname 5-Star General is not related to an somehow amazing knowledge of this game. Definitely not, far away from that. 5-Star is just the name, or I choose the name because actually my wife had this idea. So we had, in the last holidays, we had a matching tattoo with 5 stars on our forehand, which just represents us, so my wife and me and my 3 daughters. So if I will make any stupid mistakes or play out a poor strategy, please don't relate to my nickname here. So what would I like to continue now? Yeah, I wanted to explain the game itself, how we will set up everything, which rules we want to play. So first of all, this will be a 5-player game. I will play the Axis together with my partner, Fighting Irish. He played already a lot of online games. I'm sure you know him well. He's a great player, and I'm really looking forward to learn from him, to play with him together, and hopefully win this game. That would be great. About the optional rules, we will play with the optional rule 1.8 to 1.12, so the terrain rules basically. Then 3.4, 9.7, 10.5, 11.2, 13.3 and 15.2. Other than that, we will have a house rule from Madman Dan. This is his carrier placement rules we will use here. Other than that, there are no other expansion sets used in this game. All right, so I think this is pretty clear. As you can see on the picture here, I am using many colored chips to represent certain type of units here. And so for the next part of this video, I would like to show you how I do the representation of certain units. Again, if you have any question to ask, please let me know in my comments. If you think, hey, this guy can't really speak English really well. Yes, I'm not a native speaker. I come from Stuttgart in southwest Germany, so please apologize for any future pronunciation mistakes or grammar mistakes, or if I lack of some vocabulary. Sorry for that. I try my best to just have clear messages out there. If there's anything else you want to know, just leave it in the comments. Okay, let's proceed with the land units. Land units are represented with different types of colored chips or 3D printed base plates. For the militia unit, for example, I use a 3D printed beige plate with militia named in it. So yeah, it's not so clear to read or easy to read, so it will just be the beige base plate. Maybe I will print a more sophisticated one in the future, but let's see. For this game I will use the beige one. The white one will be the airborne unit. The infantry with the blue chip is the marine unit. The infantry unit with the white chip is the mountain infantry. Cavalry, these are the cavalry units from historical board gaming. Besides that, you can see there is the AA gun, which is represented by the AA gun unit from Axis and Allies 1940. Here we can see the artillery units. First of all, the standard artillery on the left-hand side. Then we have the artillery with the yellow chip. This is the self-propelled artillery. The white chip does represent the coastal artillery, and the one with the black chip is the advanced artillery. Right next to it you can see there is a artillery with a black and a yellow chip. This is the self-propelled artillery in the advanced version if you success with the tech advances. Alright, let's move on to the vehicles. The standard armor unit, which you can see right here, is the medium one, the medium armor. The light armor is the one with the white chip. We have the tank destroyer, which is represented by an orange chip. We have the tank with the black chip is the heavy armor. The mechanized infantry with the yellow chip is the motorized infantry, and the mechanized infantry with the black chip is, of course, the advanced mechanized infantry. The regular mechanized is just the mechanized without any chip underneath. Alright, I think we can proceed with the air units. The air units, this is can be discussed really quick. We have the standard fighter. Right here we have the jet fighter. This is the one with the black chip underneath. This will be the strategic bomber. The bomber with the white, the blue chip will be the seaplane. The one with the white chip will be the air transport, and the bomber with the black chip is the heavy strategic bomber. Alright then, let's go through the ship class. Here we have submarine. This is the standard one. The one with the blue chip is the coastal submarine. The one with the black is the advanced submarine. Fleet carrier is the standard unit from Global 40. Light carrier is represented by the blue chip. The heavy carrier is the one with the black chip. The transport, the regular one right next to the attack transport with the black chip. Then we can check out the destroyers. We have the regular one right here. We have the torpedo boat destroyer, which is the destroyer with the blue chip. We have the battle cruiser with a yellow chip. We have the light cruiser, which is cruiser with blue chip. Coastal defense ship is cruiser with a white chip, and of course the heavy cruiser is the standard sculpt we use in the game. Alright, then we have some nation-specific units right here. For the Colonial Infantry, which only 3 nations can attempt or buy, we have the Italian one with the orange chip, as well as the Commonwealth unit and the French unit. Now I forgot to put the ANZAC infantry, but yeah, I think it's the same. You just put an orange one underneath and then you have the ANZAC Colonial Infantry. For the French, we do have another one here. This is the French infantry with the black chip. This is the French Foreign Legion. We have the SS Panzer Grenadiers, which are the mechanized infantry with the orange chip. We have the SNLF unit from Japan, represented by a orange 3D printed base. And the infantry, of course. The United States Elite Marine unit is a darker green infantry. That's the one from the old Axis and Allies Pacific, from the first one. Then for the FEC we have the Gurkha unit here. I just bought the Gurkha markers from Historical Board Gaming. I just like the look of it, and I think the Gurkhas are a pretty cool unit. And then one thing I forgot to prepare is the Katyusha rocket from the Russians. So this is the Russian AA gun with a orange chip. Then for the rocket, let me just grab a black chip. Where do I have one? Just use it right here. So for the rockets, I just use a nation-specific AA gun with a black chip right here. Alright, so these are all the units. I hope I covered all of them. If not, please let me know in the comments. It's pretty early here, so I might have forgotten something. Just let me know if something is missing. About my facilities, you see I have 3D printed a lot in the last months. For the factories, this one is the major factory, the big one. The medium one is the standard the standard factory, which we know from many Axis and Allies games. Then the smallest factory, the minor one is this one here. I use this sculpt. Maybe I will print something different in the future, but for now, for this game, it will be this facility. For the airports, I use also a 3D printed version, as well as the harbor submarine base. I'm also using a 3D printed version, and I'm just working on dockyards and shipyards. So for the moment, I will just use the how's it called, the harbor markers from Axis and Allies Global 40. So I don't think I will buy a lot of them, but if I will just let you know how I will represent them. Not sure, but I think I will use the marker and just put a chip underneath, so that everybody knows what's going on. Okay, so this was a quick overview. If you take a look at my board, you might notice that for many neutrals, I just cannibalized my existing Axis and Allies, all the games I have here in my room. So for example, you can see in Afghanistan, I am using the Russian units from the old Axis and Allies Europe. For the CCP, I am using the units from Pacific, so Axis and Allies Pacific, the first one. Then we have the Samurai unit, which you might know from the MB Master Game Series Shogun game. I just used them to represent the Chinese warlords. Maybe I will come up with a better solution for now. I know they should be placed in Japan, but yeah, I just think this is a nice representation of the warlord here. Maybe I come up with a better idea in the future. Alright, then one thing important to know is I used the bunkers from Axis and Allies D-Day for the fortification, as you can see here in Singapore. I have some painted units here on the Dutch East Indies, the Money Islands. So these previous UK units I just painted in bright orange to have a better look and feel of the game. You can see for the Abyssinians and for Iran, I have used some light green units, and for many other neutral countries, for example, like Romania, Bulgaria, I am using the FMG unit. So Field Marshal Games have produced some really interesting Italian parts in the past. I'm not sure if they are available anymore, but at the time, many years ago, I bought them. So I am using many of these units for the representation of neutral countries. So that would be Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria. As you can see here in Yugoslavia and Greece, I am using the ANZAC units from Axis and Allies Europe, Axis and Allies Pacific First Edition. So they look a little bit different if you compare the infantry unit to the infantry unit from the second edition of Global 40 Pacific. So I just use them. For Spain, I am using the units from the expansion set from Historical Board Gaming. Of course, we do not play with the expansion set, but I just wanted to use the yellow and purple units to have a nice feel and look for the game. Yeah, other than that, I think it's just a really nice setup. I really like the map. I really like the game itself, and so I'm really looking forward to finally play online with you guys and with my partner Fighting Irish. Really looking forward to play with you together. If there's anything else you want to know, please ask me in the comments, and other than that, wish you a nice and beautiful day. Bye bye.